The second tech tip I would like to share with you is FlipGrid. And FlipGrid is a quick and easy way for your students to share with you what they've learned through video. Their videos don't have to be very long. Anywhere from 15 to 90 seconds is what I allow my students to communicate back to me. Keep in mind that I am a third grade teacher, whereas if you were a little bit older and you might need a little bit more content area, you can always pay for the premium subscription of FlipGrid, whereas what I'm using is the free subscription. So as a teacher, you would obviously go to teacher login and log in with your email account, and you can do that for the free account. If I was a student, then I would get a FlipGrid code from my teacher, and that's where I would enter that here. So let me show you what it looks like from the teacher side. Here is all of my grids, and if I go to my dashboard here, this is what this looks like. It's really fun. They've created some different badges and things. So you can see that I have had 20 hours of engagement time. I've created 4 grids, 8 topics, lots of feedback. Look at this here, 2,000 video views. So that's some pretty amazing things. I obviously haven't made any videos this week, but I'll be showing you how to do that here in just a minute. So I'm going to go to my grids, and here are some of the grids that I've created over the last few months. The first one I did was preparing a healthy meal. So whenever I was introduced to this product, I immediately thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to do the unhomework in my classroom this year, and this is going to be a great way for my students to relay what they've done at home in substitution of their homework. So basically what I do is every month I send home a calendar, and on that calendar are some options of what they can do for homework. Sometimes it's make a sweet treat. Sometimes it's play a card game. It might be make dinner with your family. And so I thought, wow, this would be a great tool for my students just to share 15 to 30 seconds of that particular activity back to me, just to kind of have some accountability so that I know that they're doing that. So I thought this was a great way to do that. So the first grid that I made was preparing a healthy meal, and I went on and I created a video here asking them, hey, tonight when you go home for your homework, I want you to create a healthy meal with your family, and then I want you to get on FlipGrid with the code and share with me what you made and tell me why you made that and what was your favorite part or something like that. So that's what I did for my first grid. And then whenever school actually started, whenever I actually had my classroom, you can see here that I created a second grid, and that grid was who are you? And you can see that I've got lots of videos in that particular grid. I'm not going to share that one with you at the moment because it does have my children's videos in it. But what they did was they went on FlipGrid with this code, with this link here. Remember, on that very first page, whenever you go to log in, you would put that code right there. And they logged into that code, and then they were able to send me videos just sharing with me a little bit about who they are, maybe who their family is, dogs, pets, hobbies, things like that. The great thing about this particular program is that the students are able to look at and comment on one another's videos. I will warn you though, whenever you go into your videos, so I'm going to go in here and I'm going to just use mine as an example. So create a meal at home. This is my grid. Okay, here's my video. There are some things that you might want to take into complete. Oh, this is my friend Jill. She was also in our class. That you might want to create some way that you can have the students not comment on each other's videos until you have looked at those. I actually found out real quick, like whenever we were doing the meet and greet videos, that some of my students were doing some crazy things on there, and I learned real quickly that there was a setting that I needed to click on to where I was able to go in and change the settings to where they weren't allowed to comment on one another without my approval. So that was really kind of a little aha moment for me. So there are some things to do with that. Anyway, FlipGrid is a great little tool if you just need a quick, short summary of what your students learned. There's all kinds of things that you can do with this. You could FlipGrid with another classroom and kind of share your feedback. I know that our 4th grade classroom in my building is FlipGridding with another 4th grade classroom. They just both finished Wonder, the book, and they are commenting back and forth on some of the elements and characters in the story. So there's lots of things that you can do with this, but it's a really great tool to use for what I think is short and sweet and to the point.